No, it's not like that. Remember, I'm a traditional household. I'm not like CJ. So
True. What does that mean?
I'm a traditional household, so I get quite large say discussions.
We make decisions 50-50. He
I'm
makes
not gonna
decisions
try that.
80. Well, what do you mean?
No, I was gonna say with 50-50.
Huh?
Yours is more.
No.
Your missus
Wait,
100.
he's backtracking.
100
0. No, well,
That's what traditional household
that's
is.
what. No,
How long did
traditional.
it take?
No, you mean you do 80-20.
But you haven't worn trousers
No, it's
for around
50-50.
6 years.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of For the People podcast. My name is Hugh Izzy, and you're joined by the rest of the lads, Tracksuit, CJ, our birthday boy, and DJ Ironic. Hope you're all doing well. Much love for checking this out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're new, and you can follow us on all the major podcasting platforms. Please do get involved in the conversation by leaving us questions which the Agony Uncles can go through in the relationship advice that we offer every week. You can email us at forthepeoplepodcast@gmail.com. But for now, let's crack straight on.
Can you tell us about what you were up to yesterday?
Boy, legendary business, isn't
Bro,
it?
it's two goats coming together.
Yeah.
What were you doing yesterday?
It's been a long time coming, man. Me and Wiley linked up. Obviously,
Jeez!
we gotta say this first of all. Obviously, Wiley can be in good terms or bad terms with the public, but for me right now, we was making music, creating music, and the only thing that mattered was the music. You know what I'm saying?
Like
we forgot about anything else that he's put out there, any kind of energy he put out in the past. And we ain't linked up since I was about, I'm being honest, about 19.
Oh wow, it's a long time.
It's
then.
been
Like
about
40 years ago.
it's been about 10 years. Like I'm gonna be honest, like you know what I'm saying. So it was good for us to come together, and it was random as well, which made it even more magical. Like I just messaged him. I was in another studio working. I messaged him. I said, "Yo, you're around? I got this singer with me. She's hard. Let's work, innit?" Got there now, and it's like 3 different studio rooms. He's got bare people working non-stop, producers in that room, writers in that room, everyone. Like I can tell he's in a zone where it's just music right now, and that's the only thing that matters to him. And it was sick, man. When I woke up today, I was like, you know what? We made like 3-4 bangers. I got some singers on some other songs, and like I woke up just feeling like this was sick. Like it reminded me of when I was younger, when you just make the music and not care about like radio and record labels, just make the music and create. It was sick, man.
Okay.
It was legendary. I'm gonna be honest, it was legendary.
That's sick. That's sick.
Big up Wiley, man. Esky boy.
Before you're gonna say your thing next, but did any part of you feel like shit, this is a little bit political? Like obviously hand on heart through the realness. Was there any part of you
no.
there wasn't any concern about controversy or what people might say?
No, and we spoke about his stand on things right now. He said, he was in the wrong for certain things, and he's had to, apologize to some people. I don't know if I should say everything we spoke about, but he did address that and just said, like it was a bit mad. But bro, honestly, the only thing for me was the music, and that's all I'm on anyway. Like I don't like. Obviously, it's mad some things he says, but I know how Wiley is in it, so he can be a bit out there. But I just take people for their music, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
So has he been kind of allowed? I'm seeing more of him on social media now. Is it like slowly being allowed to happen, or what?
I think so. He said he's just keeping it under the wraps right now, innit? Like his Instagram page is his real name, so I don't know if he's even allowed to be Wiley on Instagram.
Okay.
But he seems alright, bro. Like I think, look, he's Wiley, innit? He's a legendary musician in the UK. If he just carries on making music, banging them out, working with this artist, I think it's quickly forgettable.
And are you going to be releasing these tracks that you've made with him, or?
Hopefully, that's what we were just talking about before we come in here. I don't know, Obviously, there's 6 songs, but it was more like I got the sense of like we was listening to our old songs and kind of just went back on that vibe, like where we left off, really. So they're kind of like album songs or maybe a little EP. Maybe I'll put together a little EP or something. But there's 6 songs though.
What's been going on with your music? Tracks.
Hey, new thing out now.
You got a new single out. What's it called?
Sorry lads, just before you go into that, can you talk us through the outfit today?
I just got. I play football.
No,
because my
because
football jumper.
it's different.
Yeah, it's just my football jumper.
What's the logo?
Old Elanians.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
cool.
my football club. So
Cool.
We got Post 2 out now. So
And the cap?
See.
the cap, that's from Amazon, £7.99.
Okay, army vibes.
Yeah,
Right, cool.
yeah.
Music, let's talk.
Oh, so man's watching man's drip like.
No, I like no, because I like assessing what everyone's
gonna
coming
name like items and how much they
like
cost. Should we do it? Should we?
I don't
how
care
much
about
did your
cost.
outfit cost?
Guys, I'm not talking
No,
about
I do.
cost
I
here.
really am
No.
interested now that you've
See,
raised
I'm
it.
not that
How much were
shallow.
your shoes?
I'm not that shallow. I'm not that sort of guy.
I am.
Everyone's different.
I want to know.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's
Entertain
right.
me.
I don't think that's the
tell
way
us.
to
I'm
be.
interested.
You know what I really
Well, if
want
you
to
really
know
wanna
is
know
why
this-
the fuck you're wearing black
listen,
socks with white
If you really
trainers.
want to know, because
Oh, so
Style
the
gurus
camera is not
would
on
say
the
that's
feet.
a no-no.
No, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know.
The camera's on, not on feet, so I
No.
didn't really care.
But
But
you love the camera to be on feet.
I like that. That works. We'll keep that one in. That's
Listen,
good.
we'll keep that
That's
one
quick.
in.
We like that. Well done. Look, he's really chuffed with himself as well, isn't he? Look.
Okay, now can we
Anyway.
discuss drip prices?
Okay, so I've got the Stan Smith. So we're really gonna cuss trainers. You can't go wrong with the Stan Smiths.
Okay,
Kano
a
knows.
classic.
I told Kano
Um,
about it years ago.
You told Kano about them.
Kano, yeah.
Oh.
What?
The Kano and Stan Smiths. That's the thing. That's anyway.
The jacket's looking
Yeah.
fashionista.
Bro, you know what? It's like I just thought it's my birthday, so I might as well come with something a little,
Little sauce.
just
It's
a
a
little bit
roller
different.
neck.
The roller neck with the black.
The turtleneck's a political one because some people can rock it,
Some
some
people
people
hate-
can't. My missus don't like it when I wear them, but I like them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that's funny. Like a lot of our South London guys, they're like, "Oh yeah, why are man them wearing roll necks now?" Like any man.
Do you
them-
call them roll necks?
I call them turtlenecks.
I
Like,
can
well,
say
okay.
turtlenecks, yeah.
But apparently it's like it's roadman trying to be bougie that wear
real,
roll
they
necks.
wear
Oh,
them
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, I don't like being put into that bracket.
The bougie roadman, bro.
yeah. Cause, no, do you know what? Because I've been wearing Rolex since like I was 21, 22.
Okay.
Or Rolex or turtlenecks. I'm.
Have you got any of these turtleneck things?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, you wouldn't wear something like that?
No, I don't have any. I don't have anything like that.
You never been a fashion don?
No, nothing, man. I just.
No, I like my clothes. I
I'll be
like my
honest with you, I
clothes.
like wearing like sports attire, tracksuits, and sports top. I just like, because I'm always like wearing football stuff. Do you mean?
To be fair, he's true. He's not lying. Like we
Like,
used to
even
go
when-
out and used to wear tracksuits, like proper tracksuits, like
from
out.
From young, I remember going out. Though you're like a teenager going out to your first raves. I remember turning up wearing jeans and football AstroTurfs.
Yeah, but that could run till you start going. Mayfair.
No, but I was wearing the
Look,
flipping football. I was playing football in the daytime with them,
Yeah.
and I'll just throw some jeans on.
in Mayfair.
And
in
these
Mayfair
man
and
were
that.
like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah, but Mayfair, you had to
It was mad.
put on the shoes. And
No, Mayfair was alright, but because I'd come off TV, I
Oh,
didn't,
yeah,
I didn't have to wear.
yeah.
I could
Man,
still
just
wear.
say, "Grow too."
Yeah, they let me go through, so
What
I was
about
wearing
CJ?
hats, training. I do
What
what?
about CJ?
I've always.
Oh no, because he was with me as well.
Yeah.
Full entourage.
The entourage come true.
Yeah, but there was a place.
So I
in
never had to dress up.
Red Star in Camberwell back in the day.
Mm.
It was a pub but it was a smart pub. So a lot of us we used to wear like jeans and shoes and dress up, make an effort. And he used to wear tracksuits. So like that's why I say tracksuit now as a name, it works.
It works.
It makes sense.
One thing
Free
I'm
the
not
rumors.
really on is the shoe thing. I don't really like wearing shoes, bro.
Okay, he used to wear AstroTurfs.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like
I'm a trainer. I'm just trainer done. Like I like a little Chelsea boot. Chelsea boots are calm.
you wear Chelsea boots.
Yeah.
See, that's bougie, bro.
Is it?
That's bougie.
I'm so like out of touch with fashion. Like, his wedding, like everyone had to wear. He gave everyone an outfit,
Yeah.
obviously, and it was sort of like these linen trousers with the braces, and you know everyone had the brown blazer as well, but and the brown shoes. But I came down and all the man them all dressed up. I came down. I had my socks on. I had my black socks on with the brown shoes, and they all had no socks on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
part
they-
of the thing.
Yeah.
Innit?
And they all like
fuck,
they
see,
all
ironic
like
those
they all
slightly.
like they were like take the socks off, yeah. And I was like, I've never done that.
I would have been in your position because I'm not really on a no.
No, no,
But you
no.
know about it though.
Yeah,
I know about it, but
Yeah.
I couldn't rock it.
But the thing is,
Oh,
mad thing
okay.
is, no socks with shoes is mad to me, right? So I was like, nah, allow me, yeah. I was like, I can just hide it, it's allow me. But they're all like, nah. And because it's his wedding, I was like, fine.
No, but also
so
it was a really
I rolled
hot-
them down. I rolled them down under it.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I just rolled them down.
No, but also, sorry for context. It was in Cyprus. It was on a beach.
Yeah,
It's
true.
a
That
hot
adds
day.
to it, yeah.
You're not supposed to wear socks. Like that's just.
Yeah, but I know what
a
he's
given.
saying. Shoes and no socks is a bit
it's
wild.
mad, isn't it? It's like,
No, that's a thing.
I know
Come
it's
on,
a
guys.
thing, but it's a bit mad, bro. I can't lie.
the only time that I'd be aware of no socks was with like boat shoes.
Yeah.
Then I'll understand,
Do
like,
you-
oh, okay.
do you
But I
man-
didn't do that.
Do you man do slides and socks or slides and no socks? I do.
Oh.
I do.
I do
those.
slides with socks.
Oh,
No,
so
but-
you do? Oh, so you do slides with
Sliders. I
socks?
do
Yeah,
slides and socks.
yeah. So some man would say that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh, you do slides
You
no
are-
socks.
Some
I'm
man say
sorry
you
about
do.
that.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
do it
is
as well.
so
But some man
weird,
say it's
right?
weird.
Do you know what's weird? Alright, it's the fact that CJ is the one calling it out for being weird. A lot of people do have an issue with having their feet
Yeah.
and toes in
Yeah,
particular out.
yeah.
No.
But honestly, if you are walking around, and I've seen you do it on Instagram, all right, with sandals, flip flops, or whatever they are, sliders and socks,
that's what I do.
you're just completely defeating the point of wearing sliders.
No,
You may as well be wearing a shoe.
He cusses me for that, but I'm known for wearing socks on the beach. Like that's what I do.
Sorry?
I wear socks with sliders. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Sand on in the socks and that?
I wear until I get into the
Trainers
near
on
to
the beach and all that.
Trainers, yeah, I do all that. Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I've
I
always
used, you know,
been
I
like
used to love
strange.
when I was young and I was going
When
to
I
all
dip
these
my
lads'
feet in, I
holidays.
take the trainers off. But I like wearing. I wear socks. It's like a fashion.
So,
thing.
to just let me just get this in my head. Right? You go on holiday with the missus. Yeah?
Yeah,
You go out for the day.
man them as well.
Go down to no. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
All right, man them.
Yeah,
Like, scared to get your feet out in front of the lads. Like,
yeah.
what is going on here?
I don't like getting feet out. That's why the whole.
But you like me.
Yeah,
No,
but
but that's why the whole thing is ironic. That's why it's so ironic.
It's so
That's why
ironic.
it's so ironic.
So-
Because I don't actually like feet. I actually don't like feet.
What?
I don't like
said
feet.
you love
feet. You told us
here
you
we go.
do.
You
I
love
don't
feet.
like. I don't like feet. I don't like. If anyone who knows me, when I go on holiday, I wear.
You
You're
suck,
making this
you
re-
suck toes, bro. You suck toes. Free the realness,
Oh,
man.
bro,
You
you're-
suck toes.
Okay,
Have
hold
you ever
on.
sucked toes?
You're
Have you
embar-
ever sucked
Bro,
toes?
you're embarrassing yourself. Please stop it.
Okay.
Can we just?
Anyway, go
Can
on.
we just hold on?
Go on.
No, but I hear you. I'm not really on a flip flop thing. I'm not a flip flop guy.
Do you know what I used to love? Yeah, you know those Nikes where your toes go into them.
No.
I used to wear
Oh,
those.
yes.
Do you remember those? I had
What,
a-
the
in,
ones that are
Malia.
like foot clubs.
Yeah, I had
oh my
those.
God.
The Nike ones. The Nike things. The Nike things. Yeah, I used to have those in.
They were
yeah.
called Prestos.
Yeah,
they were
no.
called Prestos.
God.
Prestos. I used to have those. The,
Prestos,
the grey
Prestos.
ones. Remember,
That's
Malia.
trash, bro.
I used to
That's
rock with them.
trash.
Bro.
That's
Wow,
Wow.
you
Man had the
really thought
bag
you
on.
were
and that.
Prestos.
What?
Yeah.
Man used to have the bag on.
You used to do
and-
some questionable things, bro.
I was
The
just
bag,
keeping
the bum bag.
No, the one across crossbody. Crossbody.
Oh, I can't wait to go on holiday.
What did you do for your birthday?
Oh, what did I do for my birthday? So basically, my wife, basically arranged some Nigerian foods for me, delivered some food to the house, which was great. Took the dog for a walk. I don't really know if I should say this because I'm an old man now, but I love fizzy sweets. She got loads of fizzy sweets delivered to the house as well.
Oh, sick. Oh, you
Cola
love
balls.
sweets. Yeah,
I
you
love
sweets.
fizzy sweets. So got loads, a whole tub of fizzy sweets. So I just tucked in. So basically, I indulge a lot of wine, fizzy sweets, and jollof rice. So yeah,
Nice.
and it was a great birthday.
Calm.
It's not usually how I spend a birthday, but yeah.
Yeah,
do-
because
do
your
the job.
last one weren't in lockdown, right?
No, last one. In fact, last year was quite quiet, but the one before that, every year I've always had a party. There's always a bash. He knows, like there's always a CJ birthday bash.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're also in the process of moving as well.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I don't really listen. I don't get worried about revealing locations.
No,
Sometimes
we don't need to disclose location.
No,
It's
I'm
all right,
happy-
chill
I'm
out.
happy
I'm
to.
just saying you're
No, I'll give it to the
moving. This
public.
is an exciting
I don't
time
care.
for you
No,
and your
listen,
partner.
I'll tell everyone. I don't give a
No,
shit.
don't tell everyone.
I
That's
don't, I've
fine.
got nothing to hide.
No, you do.
I've got
You
nothing
do.
to
You
hide.
don't want people to know
No,
where
listen,
you
I'll
live.
tell everyone.
No.
I'll tell everyone. Listen, I live in East London. at the
Oh
moment,
God.
Yeah.
No, don't do
I
this.
live in East London
Right.
and I'm moving to South. That's all people need to know. See?
Okay, right.
That's it.
Now, we were talking about this earlier, but just to fill people in,
Yeah.
obviously things have been closed. Everything's been
Yeah.
shut down. It's been difficult for you, especially in the area that you do live in East London, which is known as like a hub of nightlife.
Yep. Yep.
You're moving away as it looks like the lockdown situation may be eased and things may be starting to open up again. Does this mean you're starting to move into a period of your life where you're not thinking about going raving every 5 minutes?
Do you know what? It's a great question. And
Psychologically,
I think
yeah.
subconsciously, I think you might be right. You know, I feel like obviously my hand has been forced because I love where I live at the moment. I love it pre-pandemic because everything's happening and it's at your doorstep. But obviously there's no certainty about what's going to happen in the next year, whether clubs are still going to be the same. Like, because I don't know how you lot feel about
Is that
being in a
even
basement.
after the new announcement, you're saying?
Well,
like,
yeah, because even when things go back to normal, how do you feel about being in a basement with loads of man squashed
Nah, bro.
inside?
I know promoters that have put on events in the last couple of days for June 21st, which is a Monday,
Yeah.
and they've sold out in about 2 hours.
So people are
3,000 capacity.
People are gagging to go
But
out.
yeah,
and
so-
the
yeah.
most ironic thing about this is that you are the number one candidate.
So I'm
Yeah.
saying to you that maybe you've got a point because I don't know how I feel about that.
You don't know how you feel. You don't want to go clubbing.
I don't want to go clubbing.
Yeah,
I don't want to
think
go clubbing.
Our generation are kind of done.
I'm done with
but
clubbing.
the
Yeah,
younger generation, especially ones who just turned 18 at lockdown.
Yeah.
They're thriving to go out, bro. They haven't experienced club life yet, so
But-
they're ready.
Okay, so don't get me wrong. I can't wait to socialize, but there's other ways to socialize. Like, do you know what I mean? There's other ways we can come. Brunches and all them rooftops, etc. But the whole clubbing thing, where I live at the moment, it's a clubbing hotspot.
Yeah, but it's also got the social.
It's got this. Yeah, it's got. But where I'm moving to has also got that
The
side.
social,
Yeah, and
okay.
that's why it's calm.
Those tweets you sent were so funny about Shoreditch. It'll be a war zone from the 21st. That's funny, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be mad, bro. I went Shoreditch one time during
Hold on,
last year.
we've just disclosed the location.
Listen, let's
twice
free
now.
the rules. I don't care.
He's moving, innit?
I'm moving from Shoreditch. Right, let's just have it right.
Yeah, he's not-
I'm
he's
moving.
moving.
I'm moving from Shoreditch. Obviously, Shoreditch is fucking sick. Like for me, it's the hub of London.
Yeah.
But I'm saying where I'm moving to, it's not going to have the same night venues, but it's still got the kind of the rooftops and the outdoor and the beer gardens.
Because there's
beer
only a
gardens
few
are sick.
places like that in London that are like hubs for
Yeah,
socializing.
don't sleep on beer gardens though.
No, I love them.
Beer gardens are a vibe. You don't like beer gardens,
Little
are-
food,
especially with the Euros this summer. Like beer gardens are
Yeah.
going to be sick.
Okay, so did you do the beer garden thing during the last World Cup,
When was the last World Cup? again? I can't remember.
2018?
Yeah,
Russia.
I did. Yeah, I actually.
England
did.
went really far, and the
Yeah,
whole country
semis,
was.
yeah.
It looked
Yeah,
like
that
it
was
was an
fucking
amazing
sick.
experience.
That was amazing.
That was
Camden.
Yeah, Camden.
Yeah, that was fucking sick.
Everyone was going mad.
That was unreal.
Did you see anything, ridiculous that wasn't, normal or ordinary?
Yeah, everyone was really hyped.
Because I saw videos of people basically jumping on bus tops.
Yeah,
we
thousands
saw
of people
loads of
throwing
it,
beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
and all that.
Wait, hang on. Why are you asking? Weren't you part of it?
I was in Russia.
He was there. He was actually.
Oh, right.
He was keeping me updated. I was checking on his safety. 'cause
Oh,
Russia was a
shit.
bit mad,
Oh
yeah.
shit, you were. Of course you were.
No, but that was
England
one time.
England was sick that
Yeah,
summer.
everyone. It felt like everyone loved. Like everyone was together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For that one moment, like we got this.
Yeah.
England.
And I've got a feeling it's going to be the same this summer.
Wait, World Cup is this year?
Euros.
What's Euros?
No, Euros is like the European version of the
Oh.
World Cup.
Oh, okay.
And we've got the World Cup about 6 months after the Euros as
That's
well.
what's
So
so
it's
mad.
really good. Yeah.
Sick. All right, football thing then. I'll get involved. That's the only football I'll get involved with.
That's
UK,
smart.
England.
International.
Well, look, the Euros being held in England, or partially held in England, is something they've been talking about. I don't know whether this is actually going to happen, but it's been rumoured for quite a while. What has been brought to our attention and announced is Boris's new 4-step plan to ease England's lockdown, which could see shops, hairdressers, gyms and outdoor hospitality reopen on the 12th of April in England. And from the 17th of May, 2 households might be allowed to mix in homes, while the rule of 6 could apply in places like pubs. 29th of March, outdoor gatherings of either 6 people or 2 households will be available. CJ, I can see you licking your lips at the prospect of going for a drink in the park.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I think. Look, the only thing that annoys me about this announcement is that he said this, and literally the day after, he won't keep in the same energy.
Right, what did he say?
I started noticing him backtracking, and I started hearing, by the way, this is only dependent on if we keep the numbers low. So he started sort of changing his energy a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But what I would say, hang on, yeah, go on. What I would say is, yeah, guys, I'm going to put this out there. I don't know how you lot have found this week or the last few days, but there's this feeling of like, there's this feel-good factor back. Like,
Yeah, you
there's
got
a
the
good-
hope.
There's
Yeah.
a good.
You start
there's
to believe
I feel
in
like
Boris
no,
Johnson's
forget about
words.
Boris. No, it's
That's
not
what
Boris.
is,
It's
yeah?
not Boris. It's not BJ. It's nothing to do with Boris. Yeah.
It's not
Listen,
BJ.
it's the mood. There's the mood of the nation.
No, the mood of the
feels
nation has
strong.
switched because of the
Because of the
dates
speech.
that
But
Boris has given you.
Suddenly I'm seeing bare people. I'm seeing smiles on faces again. Yeah. I'm seeing suddenly the sun's out. Do you see what I mean? Like everything's coming together. The
It feels
stars are
good.
aligning.
It's called spring. You know?
Yeah.
And I've got a spring in my step. So I'm
Yeah.
like now. I'm looking
Do you
forward
worry
to.
at all that this is like a kind of carrot that's being dangled in front of people that might be snatched away?
No, I don't.
Because
no.
the words that he has used are things, as you say, like hopefully, and we will have to check the data when we get to here and here. But to be quite honest, the data from the vaccines so far looks quite positive.
Yeah, I think we've gone too far now for him to suddenly try and say, oh, by the way, sorry guys, we're gonna have to prolong this for another 6 months. I think that's dangerous territory.
So you think June 21st,
yeah.
everyone's out,
Yeah.
that's it, normal life?
I think so, yeah. No. Wait. Not normal life.
Right.
I think there's going to be still some
No, but
criteria.
He said from 21st January, no masks.
No, so
social
yeah,
distancing.
I can't. I don't know if I believe that.
Oh, okay.
I think when he's saying the whole no social distancing, I think
21st
that's
of June,
crazy.
all legal limits on social contact removed.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Okay, well,
Will you hug people?
Well,
from 21st of June?
all right.
No, I'll be done with that.
I'll be real.
No
So
shaking hands.
Yeah,
my dad has had the vaccine, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if you.
Which one,
parents-
Pfizer or?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I don't know. I don't care about
It's important
specifics.
to know still.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're quite different.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
two different.
I don't
yeah.
know. He just said he's had
Is
the
it,
vaccine.
is it AstraZeneca and Pfizer or the two?
Right,
different
yeah.
ones?
My nan's had it as well.
Which one did she have?
She got Astra.
Astra, yeah.
Oh, okay.
got
Is that better?
I don't know.
Don't know,
Why
I
are you
don't
saying
know.
it's important? Why are you guys saying it's important to know then?
Well, they're both different.
Well, they are different, I guess. Yeah.
Vaccinations.
So, all right. So there isn't one that's better than the other.
We don't know yet, do we? Because people will have 2 doses. So you have
Right.
the first one in 12 weeks
Okay.
later, the second one.
Anyway,
So,
he's had
Yeah,
it.
from what I understand of this thing, they still have research to do on it. And they've
Yeah, it's
kind
not
of-
perfect. They keep saying it's not guaranteed. That's what I keep saying. But the worst thing is some people reacted badly to it.
Who
Okay.
have they?
Yeah,
our friend
had it.
Is
our
it?
friend.
Yeah,
took
he's a
the
doctor.
He's a doctor, and he took the vaccination
he said-
a week ago, and he was updating us, and he took it, and then the next day I said, "How's everything going?" He was like, "I'm mash up.
Huh?
I'm so mashed up."
True
right
story.
now."
Tired, though.
Yeah,
True-
no, he was
no,
like,
no,
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 he's
no,
like,
no.
I'm fucked,
True
right?
story.
What?
But he was like,
Yeah.
it's fine, guys. Like, this is what you expect from a vaccination.
It was really weird.
And-
You have to get ill before
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's like, I'm fucked. And obviously I'm in the WhatsApp group going, lol, you know, it's an L. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
It's an
Like,
L.
yeah, why are you taking a vaccination? Like,
Yeah.
just to make yourself ill.
It was
But
really weird,
now, it's been 2
Yeah,
weeks
he's-
now.
he's fine
He
now, yeah.
messaged today, he's like,
So hold
Yeah,
on
I'm all good
a
now.
second. You're questioning him about taking the vaccination. You're not going to be taking the vaccination yourself then?
Good question.
this is going on YouTube and they might take it down if we
No, they
discuss
won't take anything
vaccinations
down.
too
They
much.
won't.
No,
They
he's-
won't.
no, they
Because
won't, they
look,
won't.
This
He's
is an
trying
open.
to backtrack.
This is an open, important
an open
discussion
conversation.
between people that are
Will you
thinking
take a
about
I think, this is what I think.
Go
I
on.
think if
Freedom
you
of
want to take
illness.
the vaccination, you take the vaccination.
what are you going to be doing.
I will be not taking it.
Oh,
Why are you not going to be taking it?
Because I'm touch wood. I'm feeling all right, and I don't need it. To be fair, there are vaccinations for a lot of things: polio, for measles, for chickenpox. There are vaccinations, BCG, for everything.
Have you ever had any?
Yeah, I did a few when I wasn't old enough to speak. Yeah, where I was forced to take them. But I know people with children who are told these kids need to have all these vaccinations. Some people just listen to the government and just do it and don't think about it.
So
and I know people
did your kid?
yeah,
Did they get the?
he took some of them, not all of them. But I know people that have taken their kids have taken none
Yeah.
and they're still alive. They didn't die.
Okay, so hold on a second. Does your missus have the final say on what your son?
No,
Is-
it's not like. Remember, I'm a traditional household. I'm not like CJ. So
True.
What does that mean?
I'm a traditional household, so I
Right.
get quite a
Then
large
it's
say in
dicks.
discussions.
we
It's-
make
it's-
decisions 50-50. He
No.
makes
Don't
decisions
try that.
80. Well, what do you mean?
No, I was gonna say we're 50-50.
Huh?
Yours is more.
No.
Your
Huh?
missus
Wait,
100.
he's backtracking.
100
He's
zero.
backtracking. No, well,
That's what traditional
no,
household
that's
is.
what, no,
How long
traditional.
did it take?
No, you mean
But
you do 80-20.
But you haven't worn
No, it's
trousers for around
50-50.
6 years.
He's trying to backtrack
You haven't
now.
worn
It's not,
trousers.
it's not working.
Man
You
said
don't wear
haven't worn
trousers.
trousers.
Anyway, can we not divert from the
You don't wear
question? The
trousers.
vaccine.
You wear a tutu.
He's trying to divert. lads, we've got a diversion in the building. Can you
Yeah,
answer why you're not wearing a
Let's stop with the diversion
vaccine,
tactics. Right,
please?
let's
Yeah,
get back
thank
to
you.
the point.
Back to the point.
Yeah.
Your missus has an equal say. You discuss together
exactly.
whether or not it's best for your kids, right?
Yeah.
So what have you decided about this? Because
For this, it's very unlikely that my son's gonna have the vaccination.
what about you two?
No, and neither of us.
Oh,
Neither of you are going to be having the vaccine.
No,
Wow.
no,
What
no,
about
there's
for
no
work
need.
reasons, travel?
Travel?
No,
What about
that's
holidays?
where the discussion.
There might be a need
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah.
talking about vaccine passports.
That's where the
nowadays.
discussion came in. If the government say you have to take one to travel, then of course I'm not going to lie to you. Or then we're most probably going to have. But that's pretty much the only reason. To be honest with you, if there isn't, and I don't think it's going to happen, if there is no health passport and there's no, you have to take it to travel.
I think there will
then,
be, bro.
But if there isn't, I don't think they will do this health passport.
I see for the elderly a lot more reason to get involved because they seem to be much more vulnerable and likely to be affected by this. the risk for someone of our age who has no other serious health defects is really quite small. And, you know, there are a lot of other things that we're at risk of that I haven't had to take vaccines for. So I really do understand the perspective of people who are at least questioning this. Now, you know, at the same time, I get that there's going to be people who are just saying, listen, I want to get the hell out of my flat house, wherever it is. I need to go on holiday. If I need a vaccine to go to the pub, that's what I've been hearing. I need my pints.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
A lot of men are like that. They
Yeah.
just want freedom.
Yeah.
So that's where they're getting, man, because they're like,
Yeah.
you can't get your freedom unless you do that.
But maybe that was the tactic all along.
Exactly.
Where if you keep people in for long enough, like literally to do anything, like, do you mean like?
If they said
literally-
to us, I saw someone tweet this, if they said to us, you have to wear yellow masks,
Yeah.
those are the ones that save you.
Yeah.
We would wear them.
It's true.
We would wear yellow masks.
It's true.
If they're telling us
But that-
anything at this point,
But you know,
we'll
this
do it.
So that-
this ties
we are
into
sheep.
this. This is really random, but
out.
it ties into that. I know I'm going slightly off topic here, but there's that series called Black Mirror, and I was watching one of the
That's
episodes the
similar.
other day, right? And it seems like every episode that they have Black Mirror is coming true,
It's
and
one
it's
step ahead.
scaring me out.
Yeah.
It's scaring me. Yeah, it's freaking me out because it's like there was an episode where it was pretty much the government of brainwashing everyone by putting something on the TV, and it made me think. Actually, yeah, this what we're going through at the moment, right? Like you said, whatever the TV or the government tell us, right, we're gonna do or listen to. You're gonna get some people go, no, I'm not. But ultimately, the majority of people,
Well, there is a reason for that, and that is because they are supposed to have our best interests or society's best interests at heart. They are the ones that are supposed to be looking after us. My thing is that, you know, whilst I will listen,
yeah,
what's been happening is we've been sent left, right and centre.
Yeah.
We've been told one thing and they have themselves openly been doing the complete opposite.
Absolutely.
here's my question though, right? If it does get to near June 21st, right, I want to hear your opinions on this. And Boris Johnson says, and this could happen, he says, all right, guys, look, miscalculation, things haven't gone as planned, right? So we're going to actually delay the 21st of June. We're going to push it to the 21st of September, but I promise you it should be fine by the 21st of September.
Yep.
Now what I'm trying to say, this is what I'm trying, and I get what you're saying is a bit unrest, yeah, but really, we're just going to have to wait until 21st of September. What are you implying? That everyone's going to go, right, load up the AKs and let's just shoot down the place?
No, hold on,
bro.
hold on.
You're going to
you
sit
say
down
that,
and
you
wait.
say that in jest,
Yeah.
right? But if I really get
You
like
gotta be careful what you say, because
if I get like a conspiratorial head on,
yeah,
what is happening here is we've got major psychological impact on society where people are depressed. I would imagine that suicide rates are through the roof. We're not really being told anything about
We're not
that.
told anything on media
Listen,
about suicide,
yeah.
are we?
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, in general, problems that people had in the first place, which now they can't get dealt with, are all going to be getting worse. So we weigh up what is the cost of lockdown as opposed to what we're saving.
yeah.
You know, and look, there's got to be a balance struck. I get it, but if that time period or that date particularly is moved,
Yeah.
what you potentially are playing with is the psychology or these people needing psychological help, and it being the, what did they say, the straw that breaks the camel's back. You know? This will be the snapping point where people say, do you know what, I've had enough. You can't stop me from doing what I want to do.
But
You
what
might get-
happened? What
I don't know.
are you implying?
There's no shops open,
Yeah.
right? But people might decide, okay, 30 of us are going to the park, or I'm having a house party, or
You say that, right? You say that, right? But we've been in lockdown for 12 months.
and people
now,
have been
right?
doing that.
No,
I've
but-
seen
Oh, are people
on
doing that?
on
Yeah, okay,
YouTube.
people
I
go
saw a
to the
house
park,
party
bro.
where there were like
People go-
400 people
Okay,
in
look,
the house.
Who's right? Two things. First of all, you need to understand, right? You need to understand, it's the Euros this summer, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you really think, and I'm sorry to say this because, you know, it's a video and it's on YouTube and there's a lot of people that are going to watch this, but if you really think people are going to stay indoors this summer, June, July, right, and not basically socially interact together, basically you're deluded. Like, it's going to happen. And
Well,
I hate to say it one way or
they've been
another.
doing that already.
I think it's
haven't
going
we?
to be beyond what they've been doing privately behind closed doors. I think people are going to come together, and I think sadly Boris kind of has to stick to it, or it's going to be problematic and it's going to be a very sticky situation.
Okay, now let's just say June 21st, doors open.
Yeah.
Football's on.
Yes, freedom.
We can go travelling and go to football games in particular. Thousands of people all congregating in a small area and all that. I mean, the likelihood is that the numbers are going to go up, and that could be problematic, isn't it?
Is
Or
that
at least-
true with the vaccine in place?
No, this is
Well,
what,
Look, I don't know, man, but common sense tells me that you just let everyone out again. And
I
it's
think the
just
numbers
kind
are
of
going to go up. I think the problem is, I think firstly the vaccine will hopefully address the numbers, but I do think there's an issue in terms of saying you don't need to worry about social distancing. You don't need to worry about wearing a mask. I feel like people should still wear masks. To be fair, if we were so sure that it made a difference scientifically.
What do you mean? Where like when you're out with your mates, wear a mask?
No, I feel like because they're saying take it off automatically.
Like
all
supermarkets.
yeah, like supermarkets,
That's
like
mad.
same way. I feel like it's still too soon to do that.
Facts, I think.
That's what I'm like saying. Oh, but because I saw you sent something about Leeds and Reading Festival might
That's
go
kind
ahead.
of head.
I'm thinking, how are you gonna have festivals?
But that's what I'm saying. I know promoters that have put on 3,000 capacity events for June 21st.
Yeah.
I was literally raised to question everything.
It's good. It's a good way.
This is too good to be true. People
Yeah, it
are
doesn't
selling
make
tickets to Leeds and Reading festivals.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So basically, you aren't going to know what kind of
It's ridiculous.
social distancing type thing is needed, or are you just seriously just conning people to kind of stimulate the economy? Is that what's going on?
Of course, and people are taking advantage of we're out of lockdown. Promoters
No.
are putting that on the
there's
flyer.
No, but when they buy the tickets, if they
Oh.
do delay it, they'll just say tickets still valid.
Yeah, so
including
they do.
next
Right,
year.
see, this is interesting.
Yeah.
There's a couple things.
Smart,
Heady
really.
One
Yeah.
has tweeted some new dates for his
Yeah.
festival, which he's had to reschedule.
From April to November.
Now, part of the tweet says your old tickets still count,
Yeah.
which suggests that the events weren't sold out, or that he's moved them to a bigger location, or
No,
how does that work?
no, he sold out the tickets for April, and obviously it's not going ahead.
Yeah, but if your tickets still work for the venue,
he's just saying,
and he's
with-
still selling more tickets.
Oh, is he selling
Is
more
he
tickets?
still
He's-
selling
Maybe he's
tickets?
added He's added
Okay,
added a
right.
few more
Okay.
cities.
I would have thought Heady One would have sold out.
Yeah,
as
he
well,
was-
though.
he
So,
was-
but is there small print on these like adverts, or is it
no,
just
but
like
a lot of people are doing this now, like where because obviously we're all in a pandemic, so these businesses are in a pandemic as well. They don't want to give you refunds if you're paying for something.
Yeah.
Like I booked
no refunds?
No,
No
I booked a
refunds.
spa
It's
day.
peak.
I booked a spa day for my missus, spa weekend for missus.
Jeez.
In November for her birthday in last November, and when obviously the pandemic or the lockdown happened again, I was like, all right, so I get my money back because I booked a suite and that night. Man's like, yeah, and they were like, no, still valid.
Yeah.
So,
Still
Oh.
valid.
They need to make their money.
You said you got 12 months to rebook, but like we're getting close to the 12 months. You know,
Yeah.
so what's going on with my money?
So I think just there's another thing to throw in there, yeah, because he is right. A few people are doing that. You got to hold on to any money you got.
Airlines
But
are doing that as well.
there's also another thing behind the scenes that we're not talking about, yeah. So the government, what they're trying to do is they're trying to jump on this and use this as an opportunity to find out, monitor what's going on in society. So when you're going to these festivals, there's talk of basically getting people to do the test. Anyone who registers or gets a ticket, they need to get a test.
But that's what I'm
There
saying.
and then.
Like rapid test.
No, there and then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you go in,
Yeah.
we can see quickly if you've got it, yes or no.
So if you got it, go home.
Yes, yeah. So
that's an
they're
alternative
using
for
this.
people as well if they
Yeah.
don't have the vaccine.
Yeah.
So if I don't want to get the vaccine, or
Yeah.
you know, whoever I'm with
which is
hasn't
not
got
actually
the
not, it's not a
vaccine,
bad situation. But
if you
the-
test negative,
if
then
the
you're
government
good to
can
go
say
in as
that
well.
I can find out within one afternoon whether, let's say, 3,000 people have either got COVID or they haven't, right? Of course they're gonna. What better opportunity than wait till a festival or nightclub or whatever it might be, you know, just to monitor what's going on, because a lot of people aren't necessarily going to go out and actively.
What do you mean monitor what's going on?
Because they want to. Because they want to
They want to see how long you're at the festival for.
No. Because if you have it, you don't go in. It's that simple.
Go
It's
home.
like, go
You
home.
turn around.
You go home,
Yeah,
bro.
but they're not. What are they doing? Following you home, or
No, as in whoever's letting you in on the
Security,
door,
yeah.
security, they say you've got COVID. Bye.
No, but then wouldn't that person have spread it to everyone?
I don't know about
So
listen. I
mad,
don't know
you
about
know.
the science behind it, but
Yeah.
I know that there's a way that they're trying to combine entrance into
Yeah.
certain festivals and events
Yeah.
with basically seeing
I mean,
what's
look,
going
it
on.
goes further.
Control.
It goes
Yeah.
further than that, man. Right, where
That's the matrix,
instead of
though, isn't it?
turning up at a festival and just having a test, you constantly have this app which has a record of whether or not you've had the vaccine or whether
that's
you've
it,
tested negative within the last 72 hours or whatever it is.
All part of it.
So you would just show them or beep your little app thing, and then you're clear or you're not, or they can do another test. But this is moving into a world which some people aren't comfortable
It's
with.
fucked, bro. It's a
mad.
fucked world.
And do you not think this is gonna be
Yes,
this is gonna be like this for the future? Now,
This is why this is so important, yeah. It does my head in, because I'm like, I can see that this is 100% going to be the world. But then, okay, let's reframe the question. How do you evade this, right? Because we laugh and we joke, and we call it the Matrix. It's the fucking Matrix. We're in the 2021 Matrix. This is real.
Are we
It's
gonna
not
get
a
taken?
joke.
Are we gonna get taken down?
We
for
are
this
in the
talk?
Matrix. No, we're not going to get taken down because we're not saying anything that's bad. We're just freeing the realness. We are in the Matrix.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you do to avoid it? There isn't really much you can do.
Everyone's in the Matrix.
Unless anyone's got a genius idea where you're going to say you're going to fly away
think-
to Jamaica
I
or
think-
Trinidad and Tobago.
I think
You
everyone
know
needs
what?
to be careful with this letting everyone free on the 21st of June thing.
There's
Like-
too late
like-
for that.
like,
bro.
What
no,
do you
too
mean?
late.
What do you
Like
mean?
letting the UK,
So
the
what
whole
will
of the
you be
United
doing?
Kingdom, or in fact mainly England.
It's
I
too
know
late,
Wales
bro.
and Scotland
It's
might be
too
different.
I'm sorry. What? Say it again, mate.
So everyone needs to be careful about letting the whole of England out on the 21st of June, because that's a lot of people in England, right? And there was a joke that came up, sort of like it's like going to be like Freshers' Week at uni for the whole of England, right?
That's a good
I just think
comparison.
it's just too many people at one. Like I would actually have felt. I would have felt better if they even said, right, East London can come out here and North London can come out on that day, but literally by Boris saying everyone can come out, everyone on the 21st, it means everyone's coming out, bro.
Yeah.
It means
Will you be out?
like even me, I don't go out, right? I mostly won't go out on the 21st, but I might come out
You're
a few
thinking
days
about it.
afterwards. Like I don't know, but ultimately everyone's going out, right?
It's a Monday.
Everyone
though.
like them. They might. Do you know? I might even go on the 21st because I might see 100 men outside the window. Like what? Where's everyone going? Like what's
Yeah,
happening?
but it's
like
a Monday, bro.
yeah, but
Yeah, but
everyone's
people don't
gonna
have jobs anymore.
listen.
so.
Listen. I'm telling you, people with jobs, even on the 21st, they're gonna be calling up the manager.
Pubs.
I'm done. Right, I'm free. I don't want to work anymore. Yeah, because man's out here now. Like it's gonna be mental.
No, I've
like
booked something. I booked something already.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You
You want to go
booked
out?
what?
Listen.
It's a little brunch.
But listen, ironic, you've booked something,
Oh,
right?
okay,
Are you
brunch.
worried about that? You've booked something. You're going to brunch, yeah? You're going to sat down on a brunch, whether you're with missus or whatever, friends and that. It's going to be hype around you. People are going to be wasted, falling around, going, what? Hey, listen, ironic, mate. Like, it's going to be mental.
Yeah, but bro, it's freedom, man.
People are going to be hugging you. People are going to be hugging you from...
I'm gonna be emotional.
They're going to hug you, man. No, people are going to be saying...
No hugs.
No, people are going to be hugging you, be singing, like... Do you mean?
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild.
What are you doing, C?
I'm thinking about. I
Yesterday.
had a conversation about this with one of my boys yesterday, actually, and
Hold
I
on a
was
second.
like,
Hold on a second.
"Go on." Cool.
Okay, I've got a couple of things that I want to get through. Okay, so we will come back to whatever it is you were about to talk about,
Shines.
but
Can I get some bigger, please, bro?
oh yeah, sure.
You know what bigger, bro? You know what bigger?
Come on, I'm a yard, man.
My
Is
G.
it?
Bro, you know whenever I see a bigger, it reminds me of just sitting in Camberwell Green on the block, Denmark Hill Estate. Fucking
You're a
bigger.
good. You're a good kid, man.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
Just like you, clean hot. You know them man there.
let's
Clean
get into the topics.
Hold tight the roller neck dons.
You're a fucking clown. You know that. You're a fucking.
I'm waiting for the topic. I've been quite disciplined so
Nah,
far.
you
You see
lot
it?
have been good today.
I've been. You
I've
lot.
actually got a few words. in.
don't. We're not one person. Don't do that, bro. I say you lot have been good.
Change
Huh?
seats.
You're a
Change
couple.
seats.
No,
Yeah. Come as well.
CJ,
Change
Anton. Yeah, we're
Man said-
different.
man said
Don't
you-
say you lot.
I said them two there. Yeah, them two there.
Who topics? What we saying, bro?
Okay, the first topic that we're going to be touching on today is Shamima Begum, the ISIS runaway, and what exactly you think of the whole situation. CJ, kick us off.
Okay, so first of all, I'll be very open and as it's been my.
Why
as
the
it's-
fuck is he
as it's-
laughing his
as
head
it's
off into the drink?
He laughs when I talk.
Let's
He
start
likes-
with Anton.
He like
Let's
go on.
start with
Anton,
Anton.
we'll go.
Tracksuit,
Go on.
mate. You're up. You're up.
Come on, G. What are you thinking?
Shamima Begum.
This guy is.
No, no, bro. It's you. You're up.
Tracks.
Hey, this is a serious thing, bro.
Oh wow.
We've lost him.
Because I mean, you don't know about that.
Nah, you do.
Whoa. No, talk for
Okay,
yourself,
you
bro.
got it.
Nah, who's asked you?
Just because
Go.
you don't know what's
We're
going on.
not one person.
Listen,
You
I don't
go.
watch the news.
Huh?
I don't watch the news. I
No.
don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You help him out. Help him out. Give him some.
I don't know what's going on.
Give him some context.
Oh my god, lads,
thinking
I'll be real. I
He's
don't
thinking
have,
Oh,
Shamima.
I
Shamima.
don't have a clue what
I
you're
used
on
to know a
about.
Shamima.
I have no idea what's going on.
Who can you give some context?
Okay. To break this down for anyone that doesn't know, she ran away from home when she was 15. She joined ISIS and now wants to come back to England. What I want to talk about with you guys, and this isn't something probably that we usually talk about, should this girl be allowed back into the UK? If so, why? If not, why not?
I don't even know why this is up for a discussion. I'm gonna be honest, lads. Like, I might be ignorant to it. You lot can maybe teach me a bit more about the laws and that. But bro, I think the story's mad. I don't know if she should be allowed back. Bro, I'm gonna be 100.
Okay, so you're saying she's not allowed back in?
Yeah. I can't lie.
But
But
okay,
maybe you can
alright. For- well,
enlighten me.
okay.
I can go in.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, you think otherwise? Or
No,
what?
okay, so first of all, right, this is gonna sound really boring because maybe I'm sitting on the fence here, but I'm gonna sit on the fence. I don't think either of us, any of us, are in a position to talk on behalf of her. First of all,
Not
right?
on behalf of her.
No,
but
no.
there's nothing to say you can't have
Okay, so
an
let's,
opinion.
let's look. My opinion, the context of the situation. She's a 15-year-old. Her story is she was coerced into joining ISIS. Right? She didn't know none the wiser. Now, the problem is she's still a threat because she knows too much information. That's the problem. She knows too much, and if we're talking about what's a risk to society, obviously, like the people she's immersed herself with, sadly, that's a risk to the British society. That's a problem, whether we like it or not. I'm not denying that she might have a good heart and she
Yeah.
might have good intentions, but for me personally, like it's a sticky one because as much as I want to buy into her, like the people she surrounded herself with, like they want blood.
Okay,
They
but
want blood.
The thing is now
They want
she's
blood.
turned her back on those people and wants to come home, and this is her home. She is
Exactly.
British.
Yeah, but it's easy to say that.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. So my point
Okay.
is, I'm not questioning her in terms of her heart and what she stands for, but the reality is she has seen too much. She's been around too much, and I think that's dangerous. And I think we
Dangerous for who?
it's dangerous for British society because of what ISIS
Because of the
want.
past,
They
yeah.
want blood with the Western world.
Okay, right, but she says that she's realised the error of her ways. You're saying it's too late for that now.
Yeah, it's
Can't
not
just
enough.
say
But she
that.
was
Can't
only
just say it.
15 when she got, as you say, coerced into doing this.
My point is, we need, and it sounds very legal, but we need tangible, hard evidence that she can demonstrate. It's not even about, okay, cool, right, yeah, I'm no longer part of ISIS. I'm saying it. Take my word as it
Yeah,
is.
That's why.
We need more, man. Like I don't know if you lot have watched Homeland.
Yeah.
No.
It's
I
really
watched.
good.
I
watched that years ago.
like
What is
Homeland
that?
is one of the best.
Explain.
It was like the
It's-
first Netflix
if you don't
thing I
watch-
ever watched. Really good.
Listen to all the viewers. If you ever need a series to watch, Homeland is fucking
Okay, just
sick,
give us a little
So
synopsis,
Homeland is
please.
basically talks about all of this sort of stuff, right? Conspiracy theories in terms of terrorism, the West and the East, right? So it's all of this stuff right here. The amount of people that get what's it called, espionage, right? Secretly working for another government or country to try and take down another government. It could be the same. So we don't know. I'm sorry, like
Do you know what I think?
we don't know.
Yeah.
I think. Look, if she honestly wants to come back, I think let her back, right? But she's gonna hold a little prison sentence. Give her at least 5 to 10 years. Hold that. Sit down. Yeah. No. You can do it in the UK. So we'll put her into Belmarsh or something like that. I mean, let her sit down and hold that, and then we'll let her free, and she's in the UK. I think she needs to do some prison
Is
time.
that not risky still though?
Why? Doing a bit of prison
yeah.
time.
No, but just for her word, like
I-
her saying,
I-
I'm done. It's cool.
Yeah, I
like,
agree with
Even
Ironic.
prison time would just let her.
For
No,
me,
but-
that's not no. I feel like as I said, watching Homeland is maybe paranoid, and I think it's dangerous.
Homeland's not real though. By the way.
No, but it's based on truth. It's based,
Oh,
on,
it's based
true
on
events.
truth. Oh, okay.
It's based on true events.
What's happened in Homeland that's made you
It's
so
exactly
worried
this.
about?
Bro, it's literally this.
It's
It's,
exactly
like
that,
it's
yeah.
like
I need to watch.
oh, bro, like it's like bro, it's fucking.
So what
sick,
do
man.
what do they decide?
Like
the
they
person
basically
can't
there
come
are
home?
spy you so the way they build it up, yeah, so you won't even know that someone's a spy until the very final episode where you're like, raw, something's getting bombed.
To be fair,
some area, some part, some city's getting bombed. You're like, how did that happen?
To be fair, it's come from someone who doesn't watch Netflix, doesn't watch anything, right? I watched this a few years ago, right?
Homeland's sick, bro.
I recommend you both watching Homeland series 1 at least.
Yeah, series
it's,
1
it's,
is
it's
hard.
got it's now on like series 7. I won't lie to you.
It's
I only watched 2 series because after the second series it's boring. Yeah, we
No,
get it.
it was alright.
But the first series, I watched my missus. Unreal.
So you just
I know
stopped watching?
you both will love. The first series is unreal. Every episode in the first series, unreal.
I agree with him. The reason
That's
why
great. It's just there is a reality here that we need to talk about, and that is that this girl at the age of 15, with her 2 friends, incidentally, decided as a trio that they were going to go and join ISIS. Now, it's very easy to manipulate young minds. You can see the television does it all the time.
Yep.
We ourselves are influenced by everything around us. Are we not capable of, re-educating or forgiving?
No, I'm giving you the realness here. This show is about freeing the realness, right? We can sugarcoat it as much as we like. The reality is, the hard, cold facts are, she is dangerous. She's a threat. I'm not questioning her as a person, right? She might be legit, but the people that she's been immersed with is a problem.
The definition of terrorism depends obviously which side of the lens you're seeing things from. Terrorism, freedom fighter, it's very different for whichever side. So if you believe that a cause is righteous and that it is something you should be fighting for, and then with new information change your mind, I personally believe that you should be allowed to.
Right, let me go one step deeper. I don't know anyone that's going to go out and actively murder, whether it's for a good cause or not. I know people that will catch a body, maybe a swing here or there.
What? No, catch a body means murder.
No, okay, I mean a swing. A swing.
A swingers.
Yeah,
right,
swing.
Swingers. Nothing wrong with a good
As in
swing.
a swing.
No
Yeah.
catching, but just to confirm, you don't know any confirmed.
When I say catch a body, is in there's still alive.
You're a swinger, aren't you?
body catches.
Yeah, I'm saying
You're
like
a
this.
swinger.
Like,
You're a swinger, aren't you?
CJ and the body catches.
I'm personally, I'm not looking to roll with people that have got 3 or 4 eye drops, tattoo eye drops.
Okay.
I'm not really like I might know, but yeah.
Okay, just court of law. We are the judges.
For
Are
me,
you letting her back in the country?
For me, it's a no.
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 Yeah, it's a no.
No,
It's a no.
Yes,
you're letting her back
I'm
in.
letting her back in.
But she's got to do how many years? You said.
She'll have to do 5 to 10 years. Just sit down, think about things, and it'll be in isolation. I don't want to talk to any inmates.
The
or
one
visit
thing that
any
I'll
inmates.
say, right, is I personally think I'm leaning towards it's probably best that we don't.
Yeah.
However, I do actually, in a way, and this is just like I like to play devil's advocate a lot in life, but she hasn't had the legal advice that she deserves.
True.
And
True.
that is something that is
It's
a
a
human
problem.
right, which has
Yeah.
been stripped from her,
Yeah.
and she should have been able to argue her case more sufficiently to be able to get back in. That's been denied, and one of the reasons it's probably been denied is because if she'd won the case, it probably would have opened up the floodgates, and
Yeah.
you'd have a whole host of people saying that, I need to be let back in as well.
It was political.
And for the country, it's probably for the
So is
best.
she coming back then or not?
No.
No.
It's time for us to get into your relationship problems. If you have got any questions or you'd like some advice from the Agony Uncles themselves, this is your moment. You can email us at forthepeoplepodcast@gmail.com. We're going to go straight in, head first, balls deep. This is our first email of the day.
Jeez.
And it is it's a bit of a long one. It says, this is a long story, but I could really use some neutral advice here, guys. I'm 27 and I've been with my boyfriend, 32, for 3.5 years, and in June we moved into my place due to COVID. We used to party with his friends a lot, and his friends made me super uncomfortable, but I tried to see past it. He's always been quite jealous as a person, so asked me from the beginning of our relationship if we ever end up at a party with someone I dated or slept with that I told him. This didn't really sit well with me because he asked me and I asked he do the same for me. He was always up front and told me about a few girls I'd met that he had slept with. I got weird vibes from this one girl who was in a friendship group and at the parties we went to. I asked him multiple times if they'd ever slept together, but he swore they hadn't. He is a firefighter and she was trying to get a job as one too. So 2 years ago, he had her over a few times to his house to coach her for an interview. At the time, I thought this was weird, but he told me so many times they hadn't slept together, and I had no reason to assume he was lying, as he had always been super upfront with me about the rest. Hang in there. He texts her more than I would like, and I've told him it makes me uncomfortable, but he says he can't ignore her now as they work at the same department. Just before we moved in together, his roommate's girlfriends told me they used to hook up all the time, so I confronted him and he swore it wasn't true and didn't know why they would see that. So I stupidly believed him and we moved in together. August has come around and I couldn't shake this weird gut feeling that something wasn't right. I knew I shouldn't have done this, but I searched through his Instagram DMs and found they'd been messaging a lot, mostly him initiating the messages asking if he could be invited to her cottage next time she went up. So I sat him down and asked him to give me the honest answer this time. He told me they'd slept once one weekend at a friend's cottage, and he said he didn't tell me because he didn't want me to dislike his friends. None of this really sat with me too well, and I was too scared to say I'd snooped through his messages. We're still together and things haven't been the same ever since. I just can't shake it, and they still message all the time, but he says it's nothing at all. I feel so stupid, but I don't really know how to confront him, and I need a neutral opinion on the situation. I'm so deep into this, I can't really see what's happening anymore. Any advice would be appreciated.
We say it every week, man. Communication is key. Like, if you're with your partner and you feel like you can't tell them something, especially something like that, like, you should leave. You should just lock it off. I'm gonna be honest. For one, he's cheating, and for two, you can't even confront him about it. You're in that position. That's a mad position to be in.
Okay, so it's just there's no question about it here whatsoever. It's just a lock off for you.
I think, yeah. Well, obviously he's moving mad because he's messaging up the other girl. And yeah.
I mean, okay, devil's advocate. She's moving a bit mad as well.
Going through his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
If you
That's
look
always
for
a
it, you're gonna find it, aren't you? Really, it might well have been nothing. It might have been an innocent thing that happened in the past. Like,
but she obviously felt something which is why she looked through it and she found something. So
Did he cheat though on the cottage? Was that when they were going out?
Slept with her, yeah?
Well, he said that he slept with her once, and that is in itself is
When they were going out, yeah.
That is an interesting
I
point.
swear they were going out. That was the whole point.
Because then why wouldn't she just leave him after that point then?
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Why is she still with him then?
He has said
him. That was the whole story.
they slept one weekend at a friend's cottage, and he said he didn't tell me because he didn't want me to dislike his friends.
That's
so I'm going to
fair.
presume that's before. They were
Oh,
together.
okay,
I was going to say
fine.
because it didn't sound right.
I
Because
think it's before they were
Okay,
together.
it must
fine,
have been before
okay.
because if your missus, like, if you said to your missus, "Oh, I just slept with that girl just one weekend in the cottage," like.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be like, oh, okay, let's move on from that. Like, this is not how it works. So
Right.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was in the past, but
Yeah.
they're still friends and they're in the same department at
Yep.
work. Yeah.
Can you be friends with people that you have had sexual relationships with?
So I am not. I'm not friends with people that I've had sex with.
No associates.
No, I don't. That's not a thing. That
Okay.
it doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want my girl doing
Friends.
that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
So
like-
anything that
Does it
she
work?
can't do, I can't do, bro.
Does it work?
The last time around, it's a couple of weeks ago now, you said, I banned my missus from OnlyFans, yeah? You're banning a lot of stuff.
Who
It's
said
2021,
You
lads.
said that, remember?
I didn't say I banned my missus.
It's 2021, lads.
That's what you
You
lot
can't be
said. I
stopping
didn't
them,
say-
yeah?
You can't be stopping
What are
them.
you
from
talking?
getting-
Are you okay? I was the one that was for only, but you man
No,
said that.
bro. You were for
I said
consultancy OnlyFans.
Yeah, I didn't say I banned OnlyFans. Anyway, let's stick to the question. So let's help the female.
sure.
It's always great to have, by the way, female.
No, don't do that. Don't
Okay.
do that. Don't do that.
I'm trying to help the
You're
pod.
it's like every question, you've got a black friend. Yeah? Or
What?
we've got to speak
I'm
to
trying
the
to help.
women.
All right,
or
fine, all
we've
right.
got to speak.
All right.
No.
Anyway, I'm answering.
Muslim one,
Muslim
remember?
I'm answering the
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
answering the question. Anyway, so look, for Percy, my opinion is, yeah, would I want my girl to have bare man that she slept with as her friend?
Well, you didn't say bear.
It goes out.
didn't say
Okay. Even worse is that one done. That one done. Yeah, obviously that's not really a thing. Now, I'm actually gonna free the realness here. I'm gonna free the realness because I free the realness maybe more than other men do. I'm not gonna name any names, but I've never really gone into the CV check with my missus and said, "Oh, you see that person? Oh, okay, cool. How do you know him? Or how do you know what's going on there?" I don't do that. I'm a very open guy.
So you don't know.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yes,
the life
yes, that's how I live. And fair enough. Listen to me. I'm still
Head in the sand.
Yeah. So I'm saying,
Pretend it didn't
I'm saying, there's still. Thankfully, it's not like there's 8 or 9 dons that she knows. Yeah. There might be a nice one guy that's really saving me.
And he might have donkeyed
Yeah, but I've
your
never.
missus.
No. Be respectful. Be respectful.
No, but that's what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you know? So you're saying you're.
Why would
so
you just check? Ask. You're
also,
lying.
does your missus?
You're lying.
Does your missus have any male friends?
No, you know.
Oh, she don't have any
Yeah, you
male.
don't.
Your missus got no male friends.
Yeah, but he remember. No, listen.
This
Hugh,
is
he needs
a new
to.
level.
He needs to wake up and smell the coffee. Do you not know how old school and militant
No, I'm gonna be honest.
tracks is?
My
Yeah,
missus is the
it's
same.
a good thing.
My missus, she don't have male friends, bro.
No male friends.
Her male
maybe
friends are my
Hugh,
friends.
maybe me and you are similar.
I'll be real.
My
My
missus-
missus.
But my-
maybe some of her best male friends. CJ.
I know that. I know that. But anyway,
Hugh's one of them.
the most important.
He's
The most important thing is I know my missus' male friends, and there's 2 guys.
But you
yeah?
said you haven't asked. Have you asked?
No, because I don't
that's what
need to
get.
ask that
No, but
question.
what I'm trying to say is,
I don't wanna ask that. I don't
get-
ask that.
No, I get what you're saying.
I
right?
know.
Listen.
In my
No,
head,
listen,
I'm
listen.
being.
No,
I'm
CJ.
being open to the conversation here. I know they haven't.
Oh, okay, that's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
that, but
No,
I'm
that's
just.
what-
I'm playing devil's
No, that's what I was
advocate.
saying because it's
How
like
do you-
I was like, if they got male friends, right? It's an easy just to go. Oh, babe, you know Dave, yeah. Like, have you banged it?
Yeah, but you-
like,
you'd be surprised, though. You'd be
no, but you're
surprised.
making it sound like she's got friends like Dave and Mike,
Yeah.
whatever, and you're actually just going, I'm not gonna ask. That's how you made it sound.
But you know,
Whereas I would be like,
but
no, Dave, do you bang him?
you know, it's so funny
Have you
because
banged him?
we had a story earlier today where you were like, someone was like, "Oh, by the way, did you ever do that?"
Yeah.
And it's one of them ones where, bear in mind, imagine you don't ever have to bring it up, and it's just like, "Oh, by the way, now think about it. Did you ever do something?"
So have you asked your missus?
No, because I know they haven't.
How do you know? I don't get that.
No, but the thing is, you remember we said the other day on the pod,
Yeah.
you got to be careful. Do you know fully what your missus is doing?
True. Oh,
No,
so, yeah.
you don't.
So
Because
you-
she's on
so-
TikTok.
So are
and whatnot.
you implying that
Thank
basically,
you.
even if you ask, you just
How
get a
much
no
are we
anyway?
going to wake up
Oh,
and smell
so
the
it's better
coffee,
not
bro.
to ask and just be kind of
Thank you, bro. How
deluded.
much are they gonna?
Or-
Yeah,
But,
bro.
no, but does that not
You're
annoy you
so
a little
caught
bit
up
though?
in
Does
tradition
annoy you?
that it actually does my head in.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah,
caught
yeah,
no, because
true.
he is. He's like, I got like it's regimented. It's like control,
Not
like
control. No,
Yeah,
I don't
but- yeah,
control
but you
nothing. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'm
It
not
is a little bit,
No, but
though.
I'm
It
not.
is a
No, but
little
you know what,
bit.
I'll be real.
It is-
yeah. I
it's
don't know about-
obsession
I don't
with
know about-
control.
I don't know about Ironic.
It is a
yeah.
little bit,
I don't know
bro.
about Ironic,
It
but I'm
is.
not someone that's like. So Mrs. No male friends. Like I've never been like
But
that.
why
I'm
is
really
there
chilled.
such-
I'm just like in my scenario. We've discussed this as well.
Yeah.
In my scenario, it's like she just doesn't have male friends.
Yes.
I know, but
Right?
you're.
Like, and I
Would
think
you
I
have an
the same
issue with her having male
thing. Oh,
friends?
she can have male friends. Like, but
She can
gen-
have male friends. No, hold on. She can have male friends.
yeah, but
That's
she
one
just doesn't have any.
No, but okay, but you're saying she is allowed to have male friends.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you now: is she allowed to have male friends that she has previously had relations with?
Well,
Oh,
no,
no,
that's not
stop
the
there.
question.
You're not
is it?
free in the room.
No, it is the
Wait,
question.
no,
He's not free
wait,
to rule
if
this,
she-
lad.
That is
if
literally
she came
the
home-
question.
If she
That's
came
all,
home and said,
yeah.
"This is my new friend
Yeah.
Jamal,"
No. Because the thing is, like the
Why
thing
is this guy's
the thing
name
is-
always
the thing is,
Jamal?
We understand. We go back. It's different, right? It's different. Right? My missus has male friends at work.
That's what.
Okay,
Oh,
then.
for fuck's
Right.
sake! What's the
Okay.
difference? I know that my missus has got friendships with the opposite sex. So would I allow it? The proof is in the pudding. It happens, right? Do I feel comfortable? I've accepted that it's 2021. The reality is, listen, the worst situation for me is that I've got friends that are a little bit more old school. And sometimes, I hate to name names, bro, but like
Me.
I'm talking about years ago, yeah? I'm not going to say you, I'm just saying years ago, I had friends that were like, if my missus was even talking to another man, it's a lock off. And I was like, there's me with my missus who's got a couple close friends that are male.
Close friends who she's had things with in the past, or
Free it,
as I
free
said, I'll free it. Like, I know that there's at least one person that actually I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a no, but I
Right.
don't know for sure. Because
Right.
then I haven't asked, because me and him are actually friends now. We're cool. So I'm
Okay.
like, maybe if he had enough respect for
What made you
me,
think that, though?
because okay,
Free it, bro.
no, the free it is maybe he's a bit like me. So I'm thinking if he's a bit like me, obviously
What do you
is
mean
that
by
her
that?
type?
Okay.
He's an intelligent
That
Don.
makes
Okay,
sense.
right.
Do you know what I mean? Intelligent Don.
Right.
He understands the culture, etc.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, he's a bit like me. So maybe like, did something ever happen? But I've never really we're actually cool now. So I feel like maybe he would say something like, oh, by the way, we did a thing. Like, do you know what I mean? I thought there's no point me going out my way to ask. So in advice to this girl, I'm saying what's in the past is in the past. It's not that deep. It really isn't that deep, man. Like,
Yeah, but she's got a feeling that they're still kind of.
okay, so that's a different situation altogether
They're
because
still connecting.
okay, so my actual direct answer is if that person is single, yeah, the guy is single. Sorry, the girl is single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You should be aware. You should be aware.
Yeah,
You
okay,
should
be aware, but at the
You
same
should be
time,
aware.
they're just work colleagues.
They're
Like,
work colleagues,
If,
but-
if you're
but-
taking what he has said at face value,
Yeah, but
they've
still-
had a thing.
of
that
course.
thing has been and gone.
That's it. But
Yeah, but
also
you
be
also
aware.
can't be naive.
You
man,
can't be
and
naive.
take
I
them
agree.
words
You
too lightly.
So this goes back to the point.
My advice would be, look, I'm cool with my missus having male friends. That wouldn't be a problem. But if I suspected something is going on, we're having a word.
100,
I'm gonna talk about
100.
it. Of course, this communication is key. Why not? If I feel like something, I follow my gut, bro. So I'm gonna talk to her. Is there something going on here?
yeah.
So I would advise that. Have
And
the
I
conversation.
feel like again it's that feeling of being uncomfortable. Yeah, of course. Like if she's uncomfortable because he's got a female friend that he's had a thing with, that's the wrong attitude. It's more a case of I'd actually make an effort to get to know that girl.
Oh, what Snoopy wise or as
No,
in friendship wise?
genuine wise. Like if this person is so important to the person that I love or I like,
You need to get to know her as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
For me, that's the obvious solution.
No, my answer is she needs to fuck off. Yeah, no friends allowed. If you've got with her in the past, tell the girl to fuck off, or the relationship is over. That's my advice. If you don't like it, if it's too chauvinistic, too old school, do one. All right.
I hear you. Do you know what? I would say it's probably not the best idea to carry on with it as it is, because if anything, you just don't trust your partner, and if you can't trust your partner, you can't trust anyone. So
Yeah.
this is from a 21-year-old guy from London. He says, my main problem is essentially regarding my ethnicity, as I come from a South Asian background. My parents are extremely strict in terms of the ethnic background of the woman that I should marry. They've made it clear that I can only marry a girl from the same background as me. The problem is I'm slightly more into girls of other races. Hence, I'm struggling to decide what to do. Essentially, do I do what I want or what my family wants? As an extra note, he adds, South Asians in particular are extremely swayed by what others think of them. And as so, I'm sure that if I bring a girl out of my race back home, my parents will get a lot of shit from my relatives, which is why I'm stuck.
It's tough, man. It's really tough. Like I feel for him because I feel like the parents' approval is always really important. Like if you get the sign off from your mum or your dad, and they're like, you know what, like we back you regardless, it makes a difference. If he's saying that he's not sure he's gonna get that, it is very sticky, because he might say today, oh, you know what, I don't care what my parents says. Well, one day it will make a difference, and you will always be looking for that approval. So it is hard. Like you almost have to convince. He's got to find a way. If he really likes a girl, he's got to make
It's a
sure.
cultural thing as well, man. Do you think
Of course
it's
it
like...
is 100%.
I don't feel like
It
a lot of
really
people
is.
that I know are worrying about what their parents think when they're choosing a partner.
My friend, one of my best friends, actually, he had the same situation. He's
What
black, he's black
ethnicity?
Jamaican.
Okay.
But like when I would go to his house, his mum would always be like, "Make sure you bring a black gal back." You know what I'm saying? Black gal home to marry, and like she would only want him to settle down with a black girl. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a common thing. As
But
well.
Asians are ruthless though, bro.
I
Like
know,
a
that-
lot.
that's even
Sorry,
less-
not generalize. A lot of like South Asians, Southeast Asians that I know.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
come
I
on,
know what you
man.
mean,
Do you know what I mean? Like bringing a
It's
black.
much
dog-
more, yeah,
it's
strict.
different, man. It's different.
But
I know
is
it's
that an old school thing though?
Yeah,
as well,
it is.
like going forward, I don't know if that's
well. First
gonna be...
first and foremost, like there's not many Southeast Asian. Without going too deep into geography, but like let's just take one of the countries, India, for example. You don't get many Indian and Nigerian or African. You don't get that integration much. You don't
Yeah.
get that. You get a lot. You do get white English. You don't.
Right, okay.
You don't.
So integration between, you're saying...
I'm saying, as an example, let's say India and black as a race.
Do you
Nigeria,
actually
yeah.
believe that?
Bro, That's a fact.
No, there is. That
It
mixture,
happens, but there's a lot more pressure in London.
Okay, right.
in
We've
the
got
UK.
someone sitting here who's got a missus who's half
but it's-
Indian herself.
Yeah, but it's
And no,
different
what do you mean
mixes.
it's different? You're just what?
No, I'll explain why.
disregarding.
No, I'll
What?
explain why. Because great. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't.
God!
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Names.
I didn't.
Yeah?
I said great. I said great.
Yeah, it's all great.
So
yeah?
it's great.
Okay.
So like the great thing is like if there's different cultures in it, it's not. I'm talking about like full Southeast Asian, so like full Indian. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like half Indian, half white, because obviously there's already a mix there. So if there's a mix and then you're going for a mix, it's different. So that's why I don't put him in that category, or his missus in that category.
What category?
I'm saying like this person that's emailed.
Yeah.
It sounds like Southeast Asia
Look,
is.
man, I hate to say this, right, but he is in that category.
You
You
think?
are in that category. That you are with someone who is essentially from a different background as you, and
No,
to
but
bring that
could I-
into your family,
Yeah.
there are going to be there's a moment where you're like, oh, got to do this, get over the.
Can I correct you? Because
go
I
for
feel like the main difference, jokes aside, is that I've got I've got Nigerian mum and Nigerian dad, whereas he had Jamaican dad and half Irish, half Jamaican mum. So there was a mix. There was a mix on paper already. I'm saying there's a mix. I'm saying like there's been a cultural integration. So you can't as mum or dad say to me, don't mix cultures. When hang on a second, you've mixed cultures. That's
Okay,
what I'm
I see
saying.
what you're saying.
Whereas I'm saying my mum and dad, there was no mix.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So there's a big difference, bro.
Good point there.
Okay. So for you, that's a seamless transition.
Of course it is.
Because you're just used to the concoction of everything going on.
That's what I've always thought. I just thought naturally, if you got different cultures within your family, then going for another. I know you don't say all mixes the same. I know you don't like saying that. There's different mixes, yeah. But I sometimes do think mix is mix. You know, in yeah. I would say mix is mix, really. That's what I'd say. No, I would say that. Like, I know what you mean. Like, I would say mix is mix. You know, because it's like you're coming from a family that are like CJ said. You're coming from a family. You're raised with cultures mixed together.
Okay, let me ask you this then, right? Has your missus got anything about her way of life or her family's way of life that you had to kind of get your head around or get adjusted to or learn?
No.
Nothing.
Way of life. No.
So she doesn't have any like traditions in the family or anything like that.
What about the Indian?
They like politics a lot.
No.
I
good
don't
God.
know. Like, no. We went to Touch College. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
You wouldn't think it.
Yeah.
You really wouldn't.
No.
Mad.
Do you know what,
Thousands
culture,
of pounds worth of
do you know what-
education
do you know what
per
culture
term.
was? No,
Imagine
because
where it's actually gone.
do you know what? No, because it's just sort of like she was raised in that sort of like English family more
Right,
than
okay.
the Indian side. So I haven't.
So they dropped all the tradition.
Yeah,
Culture's gone.
That's
Yeah?
what it is.
It's England, basically.
That's
You're English.
That's what it is.
Right, okay.
That's
We
what-
can't use you then, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So what we're looking for is cultural diversity, the challenge that is involved in involving someone else who's not used to that.
Oh, so her grandparents
Okay.
are Indian.
Right.
So her mum's parents are Indian.
Yeah.
And it's a good point actually. They are not too keen. Well, before as I was coming into the family, they typically are not too keen on, like.
Oh, you didn't fit the box.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
okay.
like.
Now this is what we want to talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
This is the
Freedom,
first,
realness.
Thank you.
that's the
Realness,
first time in
realness.
just
Go
an
on.
hour and 25 minutes that you've actually said something that's free in the
Okay.
realness.
No, but I
Okay.
always
First
feel the
time.
realness. Just I'm
Okay.
boring compared to you, wacky fellows. I'm just a
You're the
standard.
maddest.
I'm just a standard don. Do you mean? I'm sorry if my truth is
Okay.
boring.
Tell us more.
But
about the story.
yeah, no, they and I heard this before actually from Mrs. that actually typically Indian culture is not too keen on black. Like they're just not too keen on black. And yeah, I know that I'm mixed with a bit of white, but to the Indian culture, typically they're like, no, black, that's black, right? And as I was coming in, my missus told me that they were like, oh, what, Jamaican and what? So I didn't have to. I didn't have to
Did
like.
that not put you off though? Like,
No, because it's grandparents, right? So maybe that's a bit easier. But it was grandparents, and they'll apparently be like, "Oh, what, Jamaican and that?" Yeah. So as I came in, I was maybe actually a bit like slightly nervous actually when first meeting them, because I thought, oh, they're gonna look at me and be like, "Who's this guy?" Yeah. But they seem really nice, got on really well. They're really just fully Indian. They live in India, and yeah, they're really nice, lovely people, to be fair. But the initial meeting, there was I was pre-warned or told,
So because your missus has been like born and bred in England, it's very different. You imagine though, going back one generation, what her parents, for example, would have gone through. Is that slightly easier because her dad's white?
That's what. No, I did hear a story.
Or do you think that cultural difference is like still a shock to the system? Like
apparently, in that scenario, it's a bit easier because it seems like Indian culture, they welcome white a bit more than black. A bit like how you mentioned Nigerians welcome white a bit more than Jamaican. So it's similar to that. So it was a bit more like, it's cool. Like, a white guy, it's not too bad. I feel like back in those days, a white man was associated with wealth. So you bring in wealth to the family, maybe, or. But I do feel like though, if it was a black man, it would have been a different story.
But you know why that is though, right? Because you've got two like bringing like oppressed cultures or heritage
and the British Empire
together. It's like as in the family, in the parents' eyes, you're like, this person has had more struggle than we have. Why would you bring them in? That's a fact.
Is that what it is?
Of course it is, bro.
I think that is
100%.
why in
that's
both
deep.
Africa,
It's that deep. That's why there's been at least in the UK, there's been so few integrations for a long time between, I can say, the African, Jamaican, Caribbean, African and Southeast Asian in terms of public mixes. Like, it was disapproved to bring home someone from the other side. Like, why would you do that? Like, you're making life harder for yourself. It was that kind of feeling. No. That I'm sorry. Like,
okay,
if that's not publicly known, I'm just gonna free that. That's a thing.
These are new things to some people, I guess, and old news to others. This guy is living through it himself. I want to offer him some kind of advice, and I don't really know where to turn. My honest feeling is that you should go with your heart. You are the person that is going to have to live your life and live with the fact that you're not happy with your choices. Never mind what other people think of you. Although I can understand the one kind of set of people that you really want to think the best of you are your parents.
It's hard, bro. It's hard.
That's the number one thing when you bring a girl home. You want your parents to
and
approve.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna say the caveat to that is, and sadly, in his heart, he's always gonna want that approval. So I know what you're saying. Yeah, of course, go with your heart, but it's got to be deeper than that. He's got to try and find a way to get his parents.
Make other people happy before yourself, is what you're saying.
Unfortunately, isn't it?
There's a balance. There's a balance to be had.
Sorry.
You don't think
Do
so?
what you want, mate. Yeah, go get yours. Live life. You've only got one. Your parents will come around. Trust me.
That's exactly what I was
They'll
say.
see your happiness, and if your parents don't actually feel and love the fact that you're happy, are those good parents?
I just feel like, 10 years down the line, if he's still with this girl and he's happy and they've got family and children and he's sort of isolated and he doesn't have his family, there's going to be that one thing where he's going to want, I know what you're saying, but he's going to want, he has kids, he's going to want his kids to meet grandma and granddad.
A lot of people do that, man. They make that decision. Am I going to be with my partner and create my own family and leave my family behind? Or am I going to, make sure everybody's happy? Listen, much love to everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel and the podcast, of course, on Spotify, Apple, or any of the major podcasting platforms. Send your relationship issues in to For The People podcast@gmail.com, and don't forget, we're giving away a £50 Amazon gift card each and every episode. Congratulations to this week's winner, who'll be on the screen now. All you got to do to enter is just follow us on Instagram and get involved in the conversation. We're back again next Sunday, but for now, we've been For The People.